What's up, everybody? Welcome to episode 48 of the Coffee Club podcast. We're here again. Oh, Ollie, what are you reading?
Yeah, I'm just at the hotel and getting in some reading. So
Some light reading.
lovely. It doesn't have the author here, but yeah, it's good. It's good.
What's that called?
Enjoying it.
The Holy Bible?
The Holy Bibs, the Holy Bibbies.
I haven't read that. I'll have to give it a try sometime.
Yeah, it's apparently a very widely renowned and highly sold book. So it outsold
impressive.
Harry Potter, which is insane. So
Harry Potter, did it actually?
apparently, yeah. There's less witchcraft in this one though.
If I was a ventriloquist
That's
right now,
impressive.
I should like talk with Gus's mouth.
Let's hear it. Give it a try.
I don't know.
If you move his flaps,
Dude, Harvey
if you
was
move
actually
his flaps, I think you could do it.
Harvey was like putting on voices for all the dogs in the house, like deciding who sounded like what. But he was really offensive to Gus. He gave him like a really dumb voice. Like,
No.
like if Gus was really stupid, which is probably
Hey, Gus is
No.
intelligent, bro.
he looks kind of ugly right now.
Gus has a British accent. Darian does the best Gus impersonation, which we'll have to get that on the show. We'll have to get Darian on the show sometime to do it for us.
Just like,
We'll get the audio recording.
Yeah.
all right,
No, he's got a British accent. But
Gus has got to go.
so yeah. Bye, Gus.
Bye, Gus.
Thanks for joining us.
Mwah.
It's been a while. Oh yeah, everyone did want a Gus update actually, Ollie. I guess George has to give the Gus update this time.
The Gus
Yeah,
update
'cause
is
I'm not
that
there.
he just absolutely covered me in hair. Holy he sheds like a
Good to hear.
crazy person right now. That's insane.
He sheds like a dog.
He sheds like a dog. That's what he sheds like.
What a dog.
Gus has refused to sleep in Ollie's room as of the last few times Ollie's left. He's discovered how to break out of Ollie's room through the sliding door. He either like pushes it to the side, but then I blocked it with some shoeboxes, and then he figured out how to swing the whole door like off its hinge. So then it's just like banging downstairs. You see the door banging against the frame, and then he just escapes, and he just like roams the house in the night, trying to break into other people's rooms.
Not so dumb after all.
So
Intelligence, man.
that's the Gus update.
That's intelligence.
Gus is getting
Just like
thick.
his father.
Gus is very thick at the moment.
The keg on legs.
Full keg, full size. Oh, he always tries to steal
Full keg, mate.
the clickers dogs or the herders dogs, whichever one you are also here, having a lovely time. But they always steal Gus's toys, and Gus is too much of a beta to take them back.
We got to train him up. That's unacceptable. This is his house. This is Gus's house. But
That's it.
yeah, if you haven't noticed, we're all in different locations for the first time for this episode, for a lucky episode 48. Ollie, where are you right now?
I'm in Grand Rapids, Michigan. I left yesterday. I'm going to get some treatment for my IT band's been a bit sore since comms, and our magician, our savior, Jason Ross, Dr. Jason Ross, he's based in Grand Rapids, Michigan. So I traveled out to see him and get some treatment. Going to do a workout tomorrow. Pretty excited about it. Everything's feeling pretty good. The man's a genius. He knew exactly like what was wrong when because he knows my body pretty well. He's like, yep, this wasn't here before, and just worked on it, and had a really nice 9-mile run this morning and feeling like a good old Ollie. So excited to work out tomorrow, and then I see him tonight, get some treatment. He's been taking me to some cool coffee spots, Morgs, that you've probably been to. Went to Mad Cat this morning. Pretty sweet. The baristas all had like the same floral t-shirt on, and when the baristas start to dress the same, it's legit. So I was excited for it. But that's my
They got
update.
that shit on lock. No, Madcap is sweet, and one of the baristas there. Shout out if he's listening. He was a fan of the podcast. Last time I went to Madcap, one of the baristas there listened to the podcast.
That's
No
freaking
joke.
dope.
But
Yeah, I have to
Grand
go back
Rapids
and
is
see if he's there.
Grand Rapids, low-key, pretty cool place. I mean, I love shitting on towns, don't get me wrong, but Grand Rapids, actually pretty cool place, I'm not going to lie. George, how are you doing? Holding down the fort back home?
Holding down the fort. Me and the goose, and Alicia, actually, just rocking up to training, Oh, actually, how crazy was it that Ritz was here at practice with us like 4 days ago, and then he shows up to a workout in Samaritz with you guys,
Well, don't even get me started. Don't even get me started. I mean, he's gone back to.
and then
He's in Munich
he'll be
now,
at
and then he's going back to the
and then he'll
US.
be at our workout on Monday.
Don't even get me started. I think it's ridiculous. I don't know
Dude,
how he does it.
I
He's
don't know how he
he's
does it.
crazy. For
He has
for
a
the
family
context
and
for the
kids.
people, he so Munich Europeans is what he's here in Europe for, and the competition schedule was Monday was Maro's heats, Tuesday was Jonas, and then Maro's final was on Thursday, and Wednesday we were working out in St. Moritz. So he came all the way up here to watch us work out, and I think that's about a 7 hour travel, or maybe
I think he
6
said
on the
6
train.
to 7 hours from Munich. And the dude, he couldn't take a day
Yeah,
off. Like he couldn't just hang out in Munich for the day. He had to spend
Fucking
12,
loves his job.
12, 13 hours on a train. Was it worth it? Did you crush your workout?
yeah. See, that's the thing. It was actually so nice having him there because it was a pretty big workout. Joe and I had 3 sets of 1K, 600, 400. And Joe, it was one of those ones. I know you guys have been a part of a few of these where, Joe is like going to get out there and just rip it. And so you're like, oh, this is going to be fun, like just holding on type deal. And I think for those type of workouts, it helps a lot to have Ritz there. I don't know why. Like, even if he doesn't even really have to do anything, but just having him there when you're working out that hard is really nice. Like, we went out, first K was 240, and then 134.59, and then the second K was, I think, like 234. Like, it got pretty quick, pretty, like, just second set started ripping. I was like dropped, like I was like hanging on, but yeah, real nice having Ritz there for that. So I would say yes, it was worth it. And if people want to know what the difference is, maybe that's it right there. I don't know too many coaches that would be doing that shit. So yeah.
Yeah. And then we got a big ish one on Monday, I think, our last one. Oh, hopefully you're actually back here doing that. And then that
Yeah.
one. And then,
No, I have workouts on Friday, and then Monday's supposed to work out as well.
and then the next day, Ritz will go back to Europe on Tuesday. I don't know how he does
Yeah.
it. He's a
Yeah, I don't
madman,
know what
but
drives him,
he's
but
a great madman.
yeah.
Lucky to have him.
But training's been going well for you, George.
Training has been going. Has it been going well? Yeah, I mean, it was weird. Ollie was like our proof that it was possible to be invincible, and he really let me down last week. I was really sad that I had to do a workout without Ollie, and it was like me doing the workout instead of Ollie. I was like, he's supposed to, like, this is what I believe in. Like, Ollie's the reason I believe it's possible to just always be good to go. And then he was being very mature, though. It was odd. He was making all these really mature decisions with his life. I was really concerned. He's got
Yeah, I know.
smart
You me.
recently.
Yeah, I've gained intelligence since coming back from Birmingham. But
Yeah.
no, watching the boys do, Yared and George just ticked off, a pretty nice, pretty solid workout. So I was there to support them with Emily and Leah. So that was cool to watch that.
Yeah.
Alicia's just crushing it on her own as well. Like, Alicia's just like same day, same week, same year. Alicia Monson just crushing it by herself. So
Same old.
she's just like, she's a trained man.
Yeah. I did my first track
Knowing
workout
it
with
down.
Yared, though. That was fun. We did some 600, 300, 150, like sets of that, 4 sets of that. Kind of like 600 breakdown, but a little different to what we normally do, like no 400. And then some 150 shifts, which fun. We don't do those very often.
Wait, what is that? Is that where you speed up?
Yeah, like each 50 is like half a second quicker, maybe. So we're trying to go like
Nice.
7, 6, 5, like 6 flat kind of thing. So it's almost a sprint, the last 50, which I feel like we don't do a lot of. Used to do that a
I feel
lot.
like Yared would be really, really good at that.
Yeah, he's sneaky fast. It's weird.
He's like change of pace is really quick.
But it's weird to get used to running behind him because he looks like he's going really slow, even though we're running like 41s. Like, he has like quite a slow turnover, like really low P, but he's going like super fast. but
It'll
nice
be
to work out
speedy.
with. Yeah, we got it done. It was nice, and then hopefully OLLI back on Monday.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Love to hear it. But yeah, for this episode, it's Europeans is happening right now. It's actually kind of awkward timing when we're filming this because the 1500 meter final is in, I think, exactly an hour from now. So we're going to be filming like right before it happens. Like we're probably going to finish. But we can still give our takes. And pretty much we reached out to you guys to get a bunch of different topics to talk about. And we got a lot of really good questions, a lot of really good non-questions, which were really funny stuff, which we probably won't mention on the show. But thank you for everything that was sent in. Very enjoyable to go through it all. So we're just going to go through and tick off some different interesting stuff. The first one is kind of a quick one where a bunch of people wanted a merch update because we've been blue balling people once again on the merch updates because I think at some point I just came to the realization that the merch isn't going to happen during the season because it's going to require too much work on our behalf. And so we're going to get on it once the season is over and it's all planned out. I mean, we've been wearing the shirts occasionally. They're pretty cool, but we want to make a cool ad for it. And then we'll do the pre-orders and then we'll do that. So that'll happen, I suppose, probably in October, I would say. October, November. Yeah, that shit always just has, it's one of those things where it's always just like way more to it than you would think. I mean, you can take shortcuts, I guess, and do it quickly, but most of the time it's just like everything takes so much more work than you anticipate initially. So we're going to just push it back to we're going to punt it to the fall when we got more time for it.
It's in the pipeline. Just
it's in the pipeline. For those who don't know, there's a lot of terms that are like very markety terms that you hear in once you're like a pro runner and you work with brands, like just terms that you've never heard before. And that was an example of a couple of them. The main one, which I had never heard of before, is activation. Have you guys heard them use the term, we're going to do an activation for a product?
no, actually, but it sounds legit.
If I did, I'd probably cringe.
Yeah, no, I think it's just a marketing term for when you like, I guess, launch a product or you do like an event for it. Yeah, it's like we're gonna do an activation for it. That's like
why not just use launch? Just do launch.
Yeah.
Oh, we're gonna launch the new shoe. We're gonna
Yeah.
activate the new shoe. What's it got a button on it? Switch. It's a switch. What are they talking about? It's launch. Launch it.
Yeah.
Send it out there. That makes more sense than
Send it out there.
activation. Is there a switch on the shoe that turns it from being not real to real?
Yeah.
The term is just to use launch. Launch is, I like launch. I don't like activation. Sounds like
Yeah.
drills and stuff, like activating your glutes or something. I don't.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe there is more nuance to that term than I'm aware of, but that's
We'll
as
get
far
used
as
to
I
it.
know. But
We'll
yeah,
get used
moving
to
on
it.
from that, the first thing which has been pretty funny seeing in, I think this was yesterday when it happened, is Let's Run. We've talked about them a couple of times, not generally favorably, but there are obviously some nuggets that come out of it. And there's been someone posting some OLLI Jakob fan fiction on there. And unfortunately, by the time I was aware of it and I went on Let's Run to go find the thread, I think it had already been deleted. But there is a screenshot of one of the things, and I think we have to do a live reading and reaction to it. Who wants to do the reading? I guess probably it's about OLLI, so it probably shouldn't be OLLI. Do you have it in front of you, George?
I did a second ago. Let me see if I still have it up.
I mean, this is the shit that like I just love. Like,
well, this was posted on No Context Track, right? And I think some people kept tagging me in it, and I was like, okay. And then I looked at it, and the first one was hilarious. The second one got into really big detail, like a lot
That's
of
the one I'm looking at. I'm looking at the second one. That's the one I have a screenshot
of.
of.
The second one was nuts.
The
I like the first one was like.
Are we looking at the one from Yingylicious?
Yeah, I think we should. Do you want to do the honors, George?
Is that the only one there is now? I also.
Well, there was one.
By the time
there was one just there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll read the other one because that's like just someone. That's not fan fiction. That's just someone. Just this is the other one was their username was whore for whore, and they just said, "Man, I really love OLLI whore. I'm not gay, but I would definitely say yes if he approached me on the beach wearing that sexy speed suit, asking to go out for drinks or dinner. Maybe it's all a dream." That's just a good post.
All right, should I do Yingylicious?
Yeah. Let's make it sexual or something. I don't know.
As Ollie slowly unzipped the speed suit of the young Norwegian, he said with a smirk, "Let me show you the real reason they call me McSqueezy." He led Jakob to the bed, much sturdier than their first night together in Tokyo. That cardboard broke so bloody quick. All that was in the past now. All he could think about now was here and now. Jakob's lips against his. They were finally alone again.
Oh, that's so good.
Okay, so whoever was spying on me in Tokyo, stop it.
And then the next post
That's
is
personal.
410 error. This thread has been deleted.
Oh man, people with their imagination. I did see some of the comments on the second post, and it was funny because everyone's just been like saying like either someone's saying I need to get out of this sport, or people were saying more. Like it was just like it was polar like yes or no against like the Jakob
I want to read the whole
OLLI
book.
fan fiction. You want the whole
I want
book?
to read. Yeah, that's how this could be like. What was that really popular?
50 Shades of Grey, yeah.
Yeah, 50 Shades of Grey, exactly just like that. That was just fan
What would we
fiction.
call
50
it?
shades.
150 meters of
50,
shades.
50 shades of Yingy.
50 Shades of Jingy.
That's it. Okay, this is a good comment on it from Heaps Good Runners, which is a really funny Australian meme page. He said, "Wow, that's gross. What happened next?" This is good for the
Is this
sport.
gonna? Is this like? I think I feel like I've made it in this sport. If the Olympic gold medalist and I are written into fan fiction, is that wrong? Is that I don't.
I think you transcended the sport.
Yeah, it's a hashtag good for the sport. Is a hashtag not good for the
That's
sport?
heavy hitter
Up
material
to
right there.
interpretation.
That's heavy hitter material.
That's heavy hitter material right there.
That's
Yeah. I
heavy
wonder
hitter
if Jakob's
in
read it.
every
Do you
sense
reckon
of the word.
Do you reckon Jakob's read it?
I don't know.
How can we make sure Jingy's read that?
Well,
Dude.
if any of the brothers or any of his friends or his fiance listen to the pod, then hopefully they'll find it now.
We have suspicions
Probably his
Henrik
fiance.
listens to it on behalf of the Engelbrechtsen clan.
We think Henrik listens to it, and if Henrik does, hello, mate. It's good to have you with us. Thanks for listening.
Yeah. I don't know if Henrik would find that
Yes,
funny
mate.
at all, though. He doesn't seem
No,
like
they
the
would
type
not
of
find
guy
it
that would
funny.
appreciate that.
I don't really know
It'd be
what they find
insulting, I
funny.
think. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you know what? They would probably. It'd be interesting if they they switch me out with Kerr or Whiteman. See how that turns out. Like do episodes. Like one episode is me, the next episode is Josh.
Where everyone's just making out with Yingy.
The next, and then the season finale, Mokatir and Jakob.
That'd be good.
Yeah.
How good did Jakob
I mean,
look?
fan fiction.
Yeah.
That was
He
ridiculous.
looked so chill in that 5K.
Yeah, did you guys watch it? I didn't get to watch it. Well, it's a smooth transition to the European 5K Championship. Smooth transition.
It was a great race, honestly. Watching the Europeans, I feel like that's the race where we know the most people. Maybe Com Games, we know a lot of people that race at Com Games, but Europeans is like a championship where you know really well, like literally everyone's that's competing, and it's just an awesome race. But yeah, Jakob was just it was slow for the first 3K. I think they went through 3K in about 8:15, 8:10, maybe 8:15, I think, and then just a classic mixed squeezy maneuver by Jakob, went to the front, and then last K 2:23. See you later. How you doing? Type
That's the
dealio.
exact same time that he ran for the World Champs.
Last year, really?
2:23. Yep.
I think his last
2:23.
mile overall
Hey,
was
Citrus Mag, check me on that. Citrus Mag. 2:23.
357
Last
last
K.
1600.
World Champs.
That sounds a little quicker than
European
Worlds.
I
think
think it was
been.
2:23.
No,
I mean,
the full.
Well, it's definitely an easier race though. Like it was way slower.
Oh yeah. What I'm saying is he knows how to hit that pace. It's like really impressive to be able to hit the same, like that last K, just bang 2:23. How's your father?
That's not appropriate.
He
His father was unwell.
Once he goes to the front with, I kept wondering like three laps to go. That it was coming up to that. I was like, why isn't Jakob going to the front yet? And he's like freaking out the back, and then pretty much bang on 3 to go. Goes to the front.
What about in the heats?
Dude, that was
the heats of the 15.
That was the best thing I've ever seen.
He was literally 100 meters back at the start. He didn't give a shit. He was just chill.
I'm convinced that's just the way to run it.
I mean, it
Don't feel
probably is
bad,
because
fair.
if you think about the 15, like the first 100, like everyone exerts a lot of energy to get into position, right? Whereas Jakob is just not doing that. He's just getting to the back, looking at everyone, looking at the players, and then figuring out, okay, I'll move to the front here. I'll move to 5th or 6th. I mean, the way to race it like that is just so much, like it makes sense, particularly for a runner like him where he can like kind of gradually build up that speed and squeeze his way to the front. So I mean, yeah, makes sense because like that first 100, everyone's
You have to
taken off.
admire the confidence to be able to do that.
Yeah,
It's ridiculous. Like it's annoying, but it's like, all right, respect.
it's respectable. Yeah.
Yeah, dude. In my like fantasy now, we enter a reality where everyone's like, "Oh, Jakob's doing it, so we got to do it," and then it's a battle off the start line for who can go in last, as if it's like a cycling race. You know, it's a battle for who can start the slowest.
The
Everyone's
first
just
100,
walking
like
off the
30
start line.
seconds.
Wouldn't that be sweet?
Maybe that'll happen in the
Who
final
knows?
in 45
Dude,
minutes from now.
everyone's doing double threshold and taking their lactate, so I don't know. Maybe that's going to happen. We'll see. We'll see. But I'll tell you who's ready for the final is our very own Mario Garcia Romo. And that guy
Garcia?
is
Garcia?
Garcia. He is dialed in.
Garcia.
Do you want to hear how dialed in he is? I don't know if I'm allowed to give away his
Give
secrets.
them away right now.
But before the world champs, he watched the movie Gladiator before both the semis and the finals.
The whole thing.
He rewatched it.
Yeah,
Wait, he rewatched it or watched the whole thing?
he watched it twice.
What?
Yeah, and then he listened to the music walking into the stadium.
That's dialed.
That's really
dialed
impressive.
in. Did he do the hand thing?
Once you hear
On the
that,
line?
you're like, yeah.
Did he pick up
Did he pick up a bit of the track and
from little sniff?
I mean, once you hear he was doing that, it's like no shit he was going to come forth. Like,
Well,
Like,
what movie did
it's just
he?
not
What
fair.
movie did he watch last night?
Project
I
X?
didn't ask him, but I wouldn't be surprised if he watched Gladiator again. Project X, that'd be sick. He watched that before his last race of the season.
He
Get ready
watched
for
that.
the big
He
after
watched that
party.
before the gala.
Yeah. Shout out to the gala. It's about
Shout out
that
to the
time of
gala.
year to start talking about the. I remember like we must have had the gala later last year because I feel like we talked about it in multiple episodes leading up to it. You know what I
We
mean?
did.
We definitely
I
did.
feel like we talked about it a lot.
We definitely had it later on. Maybe middle of October, I'm thinking.
Yeah, probably. But
Go watch
yeah,
Mario.
so
I guess this comes out after Mario's already ran. So you're going to just imagine that we've already said this to you and you should go watch him. It's on YouTube.
You should be
Well,
watching it.
the only thing that we can do now to like really like make it high stakes for us is like we have to make our predictions right now because then by the time this comes out where we either look smart or stupid, and
Mario for the win.
yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Damn it!
Does
Mario for the win.
Yingy in last place?
I mean, that's what it was leading to. That's where all three of us are going to say the same thing, right? George is going to say the same thing. Morgan was going to say the same thing. Coffee Club prediction overall. Who's winning?
As a collective, we're giving
The
Mario
answer
the win.
is Mario.
Just in the
Who's
last,
coming
like,
second, Jakob?
Yingy's going to be at the front with 150 to go. That's a no-brainer. But I think he's got a shot on the last 50.
Yep. I think
And
Mario can do it.
And who's coming third? I can't even think of anyone else that's in the race at this point.
I'd love to see, hear me out. Love to see Neil Gourley or Jake Haywood or one of the Brits get a medal there. That'd be cool.
Dude, gotta shout out Neil Gurley. He's made 4 championship finals this year. I don't even know what 4 things are.
Wait,
but
really? I don't think he made the world final.
I swear he said in his Instagram post, unless he lied to me.
Did he make shit? I might have. So, did he really?
Yeah, I'm telling you.
All right.
I think he did.
I mean, I could be lying.
All 3 of them were in it.
Oh no. He said no. You're right. He's sorry. I misread his Instagram post. It said his goal was just to compete in 4 championships, and then in the next sentence he said, "Last night I went 4 for 4 and made the European final." That's where it was misleading for me.
That is misleading.
That's kind of a play on words. That's kind of a play on words there, like a little sneaky.
We see what you did there, Neil. We see it.
But maybe he did. I don't know.
Cheeky guy there. Look at that cheeky little statement. But I really hope him or is it Matt Estonia? Is that how you say his last
I
name?
think so.
I'm really
Yeah.
bad with names. Matt
Stoner.
Stonewood. Yeah, I hope he does well. And Jake Highway.
Is that just
I
because you
think.
beat them all at com games? So then whatever.
No matter how
No,
Just,
I
no
actually.
matter
I
how
mean,
good they do,
I,
Ollie's still better.
no, guys, stop it. No, seriously though, I think the UK, particularly Great Britain, in middle distance running right now is like ridiculous. And a lot of those guys are like, you got Josh Kerr, he's not running it. Jake Hayward is running it. Neil Gore is running it. Matt Stonia is running it. And you have Kerr is running Lausanne. You have Whiteman's in the 800. So you have like these guys that are coming through. I'd love to see the medal and just show how deep the UK 1500 meter is, because it's pretty
no, that's
deep.
amazing.
What do you?
Group of
What do
guys.
you?
So like to see that medal would be really cool. Obviously Mario won. Uh, Mario won. Second, I would love to see. Ingy, I guess. Ingy and Mario 1-2, and then Great Britain guy taking up the rear. Third.
Dude, that's gonna be clipped. That's gonna be clipped. If we had our own clip channel, we would clip it, but because we don't, I think no
No,
context
that's all right.
track
No
will probably
context
clip
track
that.
will do it.
They
No
got it
context
covered.
track will clip it.
Especially if that actually happens, that's going to be legendary.
Yeah. Taking it off the rear.
George, you want to say something?
I don't. What do you think of Rogan Josh not running Euros?
I mean, he's up in St. Maurice right now with Morgs, from what I
Yeah,
heard.
that's what confused
Is he
me. I
really?
was at the track and I was like, okay, this is what happened. I was like at the track. It was like 11 a.m. I'd finished my run and I was sitting down and I was like, damn, why is that like that guy looks like he's running pretty hard. And I thought it was like a slightly unfit version of Josh Kerr. I was like, why is this guy looks a lot like Josh Kerr, just not as fit. And then was looking a little closer. I'm like, no, that's actually Josh Kerr. And he was ripping a workout. He was running so quick. And I was like, what are you doing, man? I thought, but I don't know why I have this in my head, but I feel like Josh Kerr just ends his season after the major championships. I feel like that's just his MO. Just cash out, you know?
That is his style.
He usually does
Except
that.
this year.
Yeah.
But
must be
I
getting
think
paid some good money.
we didn't
Realistically, look at.
go.
Wait, let me put the little hand thing up. Like realistically, okay, if you look at Josh, so I heard he had COVID before comms, and say what you want, there's got to be some maybe effect there, maybe with his training or recovery or whatever from world champs. So it makes sense to not do Europeans, even if he was going to do it anyway, just to go up, get some training in, and finish the season off strong. So that's my prediction of why he's up in St. Moritz. He's probably getting actual training in, getting fit, getting ready for the last, couple races of the season. So it does make sense for that if he's not doing Europeans. But if he was never doing Europeans, I guess it also makes sense just to get ready and maybe wanting to run Lausanne and the Diamond League final. Or
Yeah, he probably just wants to
that's
make
his
the
priority.
final.
Yeah, because I mean, everyone.
In the Diamond League.
Yeah, it's that to me makes sense, and like particularly for him, like I think, after the COVID stuff with comms, I'm sure he's keen to go out and rip it and have a crack.
I feel like we've talked a lot
Yeah.
this year about deciding on races not to do and to do them. And we gave a few people a lot of shit for not running indoors. You know who we didn't give enough credit for not running indoors and then winning worlds? It's Jake Whiteman.
Jake Whiteman. Did he not run indoors?
He didn't. He ran Staten Island, whatever that thing is, and then he was like, "All right, I'm shutting it down and focusing on outdoors."
Yeah. Well, it works.
Props. Works for some people.
Definitely works.
Well,
I mean, look. Okay, so that's interesting because you have two sides of it, right? You have Cole Hocker. People gave him shit for not doing it. Got injured.
You mean you did?
Well, I didn't give him shit. I just said that like this. I actually said in an interview with Let's Run, I think, or Flow Track, or one of those. They're all the same. I did an interview with them, and I pretty much said like there's two ways that people were looking at doing it, like going training, doing time trial style races to get fit or to get to like a position where they want to be leading into the more competitive side of the season. And there's people that want to get experience and compete at the Worlds and get any opportunity to compete at championship racing. That's what I actually said about that with the Cole Cooper not doing, Well, Cooper couldn't do it because he had COVID, I think, but Cole not doing well indoors. Whereas for Jake, he did the same thing, right? He went and ran a ridiculous 3K and then shut it down. Well, not shut it down, but like focused on the point end of the season. The difference was the result, right? Because Cole unfortunately got injured and couldn't qualify for his country for world champs, whereas Jake won world champs. So people are going to look at Cole and it's like, that was stupid. You should have done world indoors. And then people are going to look at Jake and it's like, oh, Jake made an amazing decision. That's just interesting because it's just two sides of the coin, right? They made the same decision, but they have two sides of the thing.
So what's our takeaway? Just nothing matters.
Takeaway is honestly, it's like it's all individual, right? Like,
Yeah.
I mean, Jake
Sure.
had the best lead up to win world champs. Cole made a smart, potentially made a smart decision, but didn't have a good lead up to world champs and got injured. So, really, like the decision maybe didn't matter to run world champs or not. It just depended on the individual, and then like moving on from world champs, what was going to like best thing for him.
I don't want to get too deep into this because this happened so long ago, and I don't even know facts about stuff that happened a week ago. But I'm pretty sure Whiteman had something happen in indoors where he had to pull out of a race. Do you remember that? Am I crazy?
I don't, but that could potentially be it as well. Like we don't know.
Because I remember,
It's like so long ago.
an Instagram post, and this is how I think we live, is just by remembering Instagram posts where he said he had to pull out of his first race ever, and it was during indoor season, and he
I
was
think you're
like,
right.
I remember that.
I think he used the word gutted.
I think it was the
Let me have a look.
Birmingham one. It was like the Birmingham Grand Prix or something. Or was it just?
You go because you remember. Yeah.
I think it was that one.
I don't know if he was maybe.
Yeah, here it is. I have it.
What's the caption?
I have only ever dropped out of a race once before with a torn hammy, so took absolutely no pride in doing it today. Got hit with a bout of COVID after my race in New York a couple of weeks ago. Haven't quite got the feeling back. So he said, hopefully we'll be back when I step back on the track in May.
Okay, so that's a bit of an asterisk, I guess, because he probably, I don't know. I wouldn't have been surprised if he had raced world indoors if that hadn't happened. But whatever.
he told me in New York, like on the bus after the race, that he wasn't doing it regardless. He's like, no, I'm not doing it.
Oh, it was the plan.
So
Fair enough. And I believe that.
So it was just destiny.
It was destiny.
What is it? Wait.
So
it can work either way. I don't know what the takeaway is.
Who knows?
Do what works best.
Takeaway? Just be happy.
That's the takeaway.
Read the Bible. Read the Bible. Follow Jesus. Find God. So I don't even know what we were talking about and how we got there, but we were talking about Europeans a little bit there. Circling back to that, the one of the performances so far that was pretty cool was Sam Parsons. We're talking about a bit in the pre-show. It was pretty impressive to see him go out there and finish, I believe, 6th place he got, which I think is pretty huge. I think if you finish top 8, like for your country at Europeans, that's a pretty big deal, especially for him. It was a home European Championships held in Munich, and he's obviously someone who has, I don't even know, I don't even think we've talked about him very much on the podcast. He has a interesting reputation because of all the Timman stuff, but at the end of the day, he's someone who does work very hard, and I mean, we're good friends with him, and he's come back from, I think it was about 12 months ago at the German national champs that he tore his soleus, and so it's pretty good to see him like crushing it. So
real good to see.
Yeah.
And one place in front,
shout out to
our boy Mike Foppen, not selected for Worlds.
That was awesome.
5th at Europeans.
Yeah.
That's work.
That was pretty hype. So yeah, that was a sweet race, as we said before, the 5K. Just like a lot of people who we know pretty well and a lot of people running really well. And one of them was our teammate Jonas, who I think maybe we'll try to get an interview with him for this episode or the next episode. But for those who don't know, we have a teammate called Jonas Reis, who he's actually from Switzerland, and he's a couple of years older than us, but he joined our team. He's coached by Ritz, but he's based in Switzerland. So you won't see him like as much, but he comes out and does training camps with us. But he's been injured this year, and he has had a really cool story where he only was back doing workouts on the ground for, I think, 2 weeks or 3 weeks before the race. And then he went out and he ran 13:37, I want to say, and came 15th. So that was pretty sweet to see as well. That made me very happy.
Yeah.
So yeah,
that was very cool.
Dathan said he like an extra week of training under his belt, he would have been top 10. You know, like he was definitely just tracking back into it. It's just the timing sucked, and to be able to like come back from that and just a couple of weeks of training into Europeans, it was great to see a teammate like face that adversity and just like do well. It's a good win for him, I think, mentally and physically. So
I feel like it's hard to know at
Yeah,
this
he was.
point who's even on our team for some people out there.
yeah, it's just random.
Yeah,
I mean, On does a
yeah.
great job of announcing it and just keeping us in the dark, or like keeping them in the dark even. Like I think Jonas got announced during the infamous table talks.
I don't even know if
If you
Jonas
guys
has been officially announced, though.
No, he
Technically,
was. He was announced with the table talk. He was. I was
really
told his announcement was with the table talk. And
interesting.
pretty terrible announcement, to be honest, because he's a guy that's like he's a Swiss runner for number one for a Swiss brand. He's also like, a really big deal. And the announcement kind of sucked. But either way,
Yeah,
I can see why people get confused, particularly with OAC Europe and OAC, because I've been seeing the OAC Europe people posting things that says OAC but no Europe under it. So it's I can understand people starting to get confused and figuring out, oh, is Jonas on the Europe team? Is he on our team? No, he's on our team. Is Mario on the Europe team? No, he's on our team. Um,
when are we going to start
so
posting OAC Longmont? Is that what we got to start doing?
Always see Long Tucky.
Longtucky, yeah.
OSC Long Tucky. I'm 100% down for that. What should be the logo? What's the emblem? What animal?
Something pretty ratchet. I don't know.
Like a prairie dog? A rabied infested prairie dog?
Yeah. For those who don't know, people from Boulder make fun of all the towns around them, and they call Longmont Longtucky because we're inferior to them. So that's pretty cool.
Everyone's inferior to Boulder. If you live in Boulder.
Yeah.
Yeah, Boulder's the place to be, man. It's legendary.
Dude,
It's like
I went
living there is the best place in the
I
world.
went to Boulder last night, and I think the freaking students are back. It was freaking chaos. There's just
Was it?
10 million people in Boulder now, and they're
All those girls signing up to get your autograph must have been shocking, bro.
all the frat
Were you wearing a
boys are
shirt?
back in town.
Right.
I just wore that. This is the same outfit.
Yeah. You were doing pretty well then.
Jordy
Nice.
doesn't wear a shirt when he goes in. If you ever see George and Rosetta without a shirt, that's an invitation to go up and touch his nipples. So
Yeah, sometimes like we've talked about, we don't know what George is doing. Like when we're playing video games, because he doesn't play video games, maybe he's just on campus, no shirt, he's got pants on, he's just playing with a hacky sack.
Slacklining.
talking about the last,
Slacklining. Honestly, I could see it. I can see it.
I can see it too, honestly.
Maybe I
But
should take the
yeah,
slackline to campus today.
that'd be pretty dope, man. You
Uh,
can teach some girls how to slackline. But so yeah, we were gonna. A lot of people did actually want to know about exactly who is on the OAC, and in particular the new people that we've signed. And I think we'll obviously try have everyone on the podcast at one point so you can learn much more about them. But a quick rundown is on the men's side in the last year, we picked up Jonas was in the spring, I suppose, that happened. And then recently was Yared and Mara, which I think most people listening would know about those ones because those were like pretty huge and we've talked about them a bunch. But one that's new on the women's side finally signed another lady, which I mean, I think it's just been like chance that we've like, it's just been the way it's played out that we've signed more guys than girls. It's not like that's like on purpose or anything, but we just signed Cinta Visa, who's a NCAA champ from Ole Miss, absolute legend. So that's like a very big signing for the team. She represents Italia. So got another language ticked off on the team, which is always useful. And then
welcome Cinta to the team.
Yeah. Welcome to the team, Cinta. No, she's so cool. I can't wait to have her out in Long Tucky with us training. But then do you guys think that people know that Helen O'Beary is kind of on our team?
No. 100%.
I barely know.
No.
So Ritz is Ritz coaching her?
Not yet. I think he's gonna coach her when she gets here.
Because he's going to the Great North run with her, and then I guess after that she's coming to America to train for. Is it New York? She's doing.
I think he's doing
New
the
York in
last
November.
so many weeks, 10 weeks before New York.
Yeah.
Here.
Okay.
And that's
Yeah,
I think where Ritz will start coaching her.
Okay, that makes sense.
Ritz will take the reins.
Helen O'Beary is a kind of weird one because she's like the greatest female distance runner in the world, pretty much. Just like
Just
quite,
quietly.
she's just in a weird, yeah, just quietly. Just came second in the 10K. Should have come
Should've
first. She got like
got
pushed
robbed.
to the end.
Won't get into that.
Yeah, but but so she signed with On a while ago, and she would have been out training with us, I think, straight away pretty much. But I think for her coming from Kenya, and especially if she has a family that I think she wants to bring over, the visa situation is pretty complicated. And I know it's been the classic thing where they're like now getting a new lawyer because apparently the first lawyer was like not good or something, and they just like couldn't get it done. So yeah, she's like meant to be on our team as well, but she'll be in Colorado for the first time training with us, I suppose, after the Great North Run, which is in September, I'm gonna guess. So yeah, that's kind of the new people in our team right now. Did I miss anyone?
I think that's it. That's the team.
No. How's the
Yeah.
separation, Morgan, with OEC Europe and OEC Long Tucky? Like, is there like people get
Yeah.
confused? Because I've had questions about Mario Center as well now, who's joined our team, being Europeans, that they're joining the Europe team because it's called OEC Europe. Like,
Yeah.
that's not mistakes on the people that are asking me that. I'm just want to make that clear. You guys aren't at fault for that, because like it can be, that's confusing because they are Europeans and there's a team that's called Europe with OEC above it. So that's understandable. But yeah, there's like there's like that problem. It's just like, oh, the
I think
Europeans
it's
take on
just
the Europe.
I think it's just I don't know, shit's still just getting, the teams are so young still. I think it's all just getting sorted out, and I think things will hopefully become more clear for everyone in the coming years when we get our Instagram page in like 10 years finally, and then we can like have our like names on it so everyone can know. That'd probably be the easiest way if we had an Instagram
Yeah, the
page.
separation there. That would
Yeah,
definitely,
because
yeah.
then there'd be
Well, I mean,
separate
like,
pages.
it's not like Bauman are going to be called Oregon Track Club now because they're in, Eugene.
I mean, you would think
So-
an Instagram page was easy, but if you really knew,
If you know our team, yeah, if you know our team and you know how it goes, getting an Instagram is harder than
you have to like come up with a
Than anything.
username, and then you have to like do a post and stuff.
Didn't Ritz
Yeah,
like take the username himself?
took the
already?
I
username.
actually think
so we
it
have
does
the
still
rights to it,
exist. So
yeah.
you can go follow like an empty
It does. It has 600 followers.
600
Alright, I gotta
followers, 0
follow that.
posts.
I think there's a
Yeah.
Twitter page as well now that I think of it.
Yeah, he did both handles straight away to make sure like he had it, so they didn't have to pay for it or didn't have to oversimplify it. But the I heard rumor that OSC Europe were getting a logo and an Instagram and Twitter, which is good news for us because that means we're going to get a logo and a Twitter and Instagram as well, I assume. So
That'd be
that's
sweet.
hopefully maybe that's maybe going to get active. It's going to get activated in the next few cycles.
That's a dangerous assumption.
Yeah, the activation of the OAC logo, OAC Europe logo, and the respectable Instagram and Twitters, that activation will happen in the next few cycles, business cycles, I was told. So,
But for now, we just got the Coffee Club Instagram. Speaking
yeah, now we
of,
just got Coffee Club Pod.
I was gonna ask you guys this off air, but maybe on air. Do you guys think we should? Do you guys think we should hire someone to run our Instagram? I'm thinking we should try put the word out to get someone to run it for us to help us out with it.
I think out of season, it's not an issue. It's just in season because,
Yeah.
as we know right now, there's 3 of us doing different things, and we also want to keep continuity, and that's hard to do when we all also have different things going on. So maybe in season we could hire like an intern, give them merch, give them a little.
I think
like,
we would pay them. I think we would.
I think Jenna
Yeah.
has expressed interest, but we could get.
Oh my
setting up
god!
the
Look at
Instagram.
that.
Gina. Yes,
Get Jenna
that's
in
awesome.
as on the staff.
I don't know how
All
qualified
right,
she is.
we can continue that talk off air, but I just wanted to do a little teaser because I don't know, maybe Jenna would be sweet. Maybe some little kid out there that's like a wizard on Instagram. You never know. But I think what I'm saying is we should probably bring someone else to do it because I don't think we do the best job at it at the moment. But
I agree.
it's difficult. It's just growing pains, just growing pains.
It's all right. We'll activate it eventually.
We'll activate it
We'll
eventually.
activate it.
We'll just punt it down to the next activation.
Punt it down to the next activation in the business cycle.
So moving on from that, some of the questions were about our postseason plans, and right now is the time when we are planning our postseason, so it's a very good time for us to talk about it. As at this point, we pretty much know exactly what races we're all doing for the rest of the year, and so then that's when we can finally like actually make more concrete plans for what we're going to do after the season is over. When we have, I think we have about 4 week break until we technically have to be back on campus in Long Tucky. Uh, so
Correct, Amonda.
who wants to go first? Who wants to go first? Ollie? Ollie, do you know what you're doing yet? Your one's kind of easy because your brother's coming, I guess.
Yeah, so my brother, president, founder, CEO of Poor Simple Squid Swim Club, he's coming in. He hasn't actually been over to see me since college, so I'm pretty close to my bro, and I'm excited to have him over, hang out with the boys, have a few beers, enjoy being, just a regular bloke for a week or so. But my plans are pretty simple. Like I'll probably stay in the area.
Wait, what's
I'm gonna
your
go
last
back
race of the
home.
season? Is it fifth
I
ad?
think my
Are you
last.
doing
I
fifth?
don't really know yet. Fifth ad potentially, but I'm still trying to figure that out anyway. If I win the Diamond League final, if somehow I miraculously pull off that win, then I'm definitely ending the season there and going back and spending time with my bro, hang out with you boys, have a great time, enjoy the postseason celebrations, and then I'm heading to, well, hopefully, yeah, we got a wedding coming up, so we'll have
Yeah,
that, and then we'll have maybe some BHJ celebrations and Herder Sage celebrations. But other than
yeah.
that,
Joe
pretty
and Joe
chill.
and Sage, Joe and Sage are getting married, so that's on all our dockets for
So
postseason. But
apologies to everybody that wanted to date Joe or Sage. I apologize, but it's
looking at
over.
you, Avery.
It's over. It's over. I mean, they're getting married. If you wanted to date
You got
Joe,
2 months.
it's too
You
late.
got 2 months to,
Yeah, you got 2 months to date Joe or Sage. You got 2 months to prove your worth to
and then
them.
they're off the
But those
market.
two are tying the knot, so
Maybe
they'll be off the market.
we can secretly leak where the
Yeah,
bachelor and
if you
bachelorette
guys want
parties
to
are, and
join,
you can crash them, I guess, if you
yeah.
really want to. But
If you really want to crash them, we'll be there. We'll give you the info.
Should we pretend to
yeah,
be wedding crashers at their wedding, even though we have an invite?
what does that look like? Just get super drunk.
Yeah, pretty much. Just wreak havoc. Just pretend like we don't belong there. But
You know, have I told you guys what my cousin did at my sister's wedding? We could pull something like this. He just kept he was a little bit tipsy and he kept yelling stuff during the is it the reception or the bit where like the formal part of
Yeah,
it, like the
yeah.
most formal part of it,
The ceremony.
where there's the ceremony. He's just like they're just like doing like this stuff with the they didn't have a priest, but they had the what's the name of the person that does it if it's not a priest.
Eulogy. Yeah, no.
celebrant, isn't it?
Yeah.
Celebrant, yeah. She's like super formal going through it, and he just yells, "Kiss already!" just out of nowhere. So we could be pulling those ones off for John Sage. I'm sure they would love that.
Isn't wedding
But
crashers just them trying to hook up with the bachelor party? I mean, the what bridesmaids?
Maids of honor and stuff.
So not
fuck
rough
That's the
knows.
movie. That's the movie. I mean, my
Yeah,
idea is to literally just drink a lot, get up on the mic, and then just confess my love for everybody there, and then see what
an
happens.
impromptu speech.
dance the night
Confess my
away.
love. Confess my love to Barney and Janice. Confess my love to Joe. Confess my love to Sage and her parents. Confess my love to just the boys. Just have a good time.
Totally.
Just all love and happiness. That's what weddings are about. This will be my first wedding, so I don't know how to act. Really,
No, that
all I
sounds
know is that
appropriate.
I've watched every movie about a wedding where somebody says, "I object." So I'm expecting maybe
I'm,
I have to
just,
do the
I'm
objection.
expecting some objections based off that.
Yeah, objection sustained. So we'll see how that
Yeah.
goes.
So pretty much, but for the postseason, you're just going to be chilling at home. Just your
Yeah.
brother's coming over.
Well, I'm heading back to Australia December 14th, which is obviously like that's when the season's already, kind of the training and stuff. But that's when I actually travel home. I'll be home for like a month. I think Morgan's going to do the same. I think George is going to go back around the same time. But during the period with the post time, I think I'm going to really enjoy not traveling because after the season's done, I had traveled to Europe like 4 times maybe. So I'm keen to just
Crazy.
not travel and just enjoy my time with my dog, with my friends. My brother's coming over. That's my plans.
Yeah, we should take Gus camping. You think he'd like to go camping?
I'd probably
Oh, he'd
eat
be
him by
great
a
on the
beer, but I think he would enjoy it.
Yeah. He'd like all the
Sounds
different
great.
smells and sensations. He'd love all the little smells and looking around and not being able to see anything, falling over roots, tree roots.
That'd be amazing.
He'd love it.
Sweet. What about you, George?
Good question. I'm in the middle of figuring that out. I'm gonna try to see mum and dad in Europe, briefly because they're over there. They watched me run in Birmingham, which is very cool, and then they had a few friends to catch up with in Europe, and they're still going to be there while we're racing over there. So that might be part of it. And then, but I also might be finishing my season with OLLI and Fifth Ave. So hopefully you come, OLLI, so we can have a night in New York. But then also, I don't know if I trust you after last
A
year.
night in New York with George.
I don't know
Ooh.
if I trust you after last year.
Sounds like a great rom
Whole
com.
Foods hot bar. Let's go.
OLLI
Food poisoning.
poisoned me last year, and so I was unable to run.
You poisoned yourself, mate. I had the pizza. You should have grabbed the pizza.
I should have eaten the fucking pizza.
You grabbed the curry. Even though the curry's been successful for us for Boston, you grabbed the curry and it fucked you up, bro.
Come on, when you're in New York, you got to get the pizza.
Got to get the pizza,
It
bro.
was actually Monson's fault. She made us eat at Whole Foods.
Yeah, that sounds about right. It's all Monson's fault.
Yeah, and then might get to California, see some friends, and then be back here in order to bank.
Bink.
That's the other
Excited
big
for
one
Bank.
on that's the big one on the schedule is Bank is
We're getting him on the
performing
pod, right?
in Colorado.
That's the
Yeah,
goal.
he's gonna do a live show.
He's doing a live show. He's doing a live show at the gala, so we'll get people to come. But Bank's
Our
doing a secret
episode-
show.
We'll do it backstage.
Our episode for the podcast that week would just be us holding our iPhone filming his show. We'll just put that out.
Hopefully, and then go on
Show.
backstage. We'll just do it. We'll just do it
So he's-
backstage.
What's the date for that?
29th of September.
Yeah. So if you want to find us, 29th of September, we'll be at the Bank concert. Come say hello.
backstage behind Bank, just going like
Gothic Theatre, Inglewood, I believe. Inglewood.
We'll bring stickers. That'd be sick if like someone did show up. Probably not going to happen, but that'd be pretty cool.
What?
So yeah, so you're saying I thought you weren't doing Fifth Ave, George, and you were going to travel Europe. Was that just like a while ago? That was the plan, and things changed.
A lot of shirts ago.
That's when I wore shirts.
As many shirts ago.
I mean, I haven't committed to either.
Okay,
I don't know.
it's fluid.
What are you doing in Europe?
It could be a flip of the coin.
Are you going
Yeah.
to stay in Europe after Croatia? Should we hang out? Where are you going?
Yeah. Well, yeah, I'll probably go to. So my last race of the season will be at the moment plans of me a 3K in Zagreb on I think the 12th. Zagreb, yeah, go to Croatia, and I have a flight booked to come back to Denver on the 19th of that month, so just a week later. So I'll probably go hang out with Aguette, my girlfriend, in Paris between that time.
Sounds like we're not
which-
invited.
I mean, you
Yeah,
can
yeah.
come. There's space for everyone. There's space for everyone. It's Paris. There's lots of stuff to do, but I don't know. I am very excited to spend vacation in Europe, but I'm almost, even though I've traveled about like 1/10 as much as you guys, I don't even know if I've traveled 1/10. I'm still excited for the prospect of just being at home and relaxing, because I mean, it's been a long season. It's been a long season for me in a different way, like it hasn't been a long season in the sense I've been traveling and racing a lot, but it's a long season in terms of like coming back from injury and stuff. So I think I would like a nice break at home where I don't have to worry about how my body's feeling and all that annoying shit as well. So yeah, I guess we're all going to be at home, hanging out, having a good time, and having the gala. So we got that to look forward to, which will be awesome. So yeah, those are my plans.
We're going to
Pretty
overhype the gala
pretty
again.
standard.
Definitely.
Yeah,
We're definitely going to
definitely.
overhype it.
Okay. I'm already there. I'm already there. I'm
gonna
going to
suck.
overhype the shit out of it.
Yeah,
I'm going to hire waiters and butlers and all these sort of people.
gonna dress up.
There's going to be more service people helping out with the gala, then there's going to be actual people there.
That's how you know it's a good party.
That's how you know it's an exclusive event.
Dude,
Or that
last
we
year,
don't have any friends.
remember last year I was just messaging everyone like, "Hey, come to our party," and
Yeah,
everyone's just
yeah.
like, "Nah, I don't think so." We tried to bring the boulder running community together. It was unsuccessful because, I mean, to their credit, like a lot of people, well, a decent amount of people showed up, but then there was just like a lot of people were out of town, and then a lot of people had a workout or a long run the next morning and had to leave early. It's just tough. It's tough, man. Hopefully this year we can pull it together though.
I got high hopes.
I mean, we've got some clout. We got some clout now after the last one. I think.
No one believed in
Maybe.
us last year.
I don't know.
Now it's actually
Yeah.
it's hosted by Coffee Club specifically.
Yeah.
The second annual autumn gala sponsored by Coffee Club or presented by Coffee Club.
Yeah.
Who would not?
Then
Who
people
would not
turn
want
up.
to come to
It's got
that?
Coffee Club in the name.
Yeah,
Exactly.
so that'll be sweet. So that's our plans, I guess. I think, I mean, obviously people sent in a lot of other topics that we didn't really have time to touch on today. And I think in the coming few months, we'll be doing a lot more Q&A style stuff just because there won't be as much happening running wise once the season's over. So we'll get to all that other stuff. But I think that's about it for today. Is there anything else that you guys wanted to touch on?
I don't think so. Nope.
No,
No.
I think we did a pretty good job doing the separate.
Yeah.
I feel like this is going well. I guess we'll find out when we post it, but I think we've done well.
Yeah.
Should you use
Go ahead,
more
There we
hand
go.
signals?
Yeah, there's a function on the website we use where you can like raise your hand to let the people know that you want to talk next, and we didn't really use it very much. So maybe next time we'll get better at that. But yeah, I think that's it. Thank you everyone for listening. This is episode 48. Man, that's such a high number. I know I say that every week, but 48 like that was so quick.
That's a big number.
So can't wait for the big 52 or whenever we celebrate the 1 year anniversary. But yeah, thanks everyone for watching. We'll see you guys next time.
See ya.